Hey friends, this is Rita Bonita, Miss Bonita, and I just finished putting on just a little bit of makeup. I just did a little light little beat on the, I put on some eyeshadow. I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe if I zoom in a little bit. And I already have mink lashes. So even though I always want to put on eyeliner, I usually don't because of the minks. But I'm getting into mess around with the eyeliner, even with the minks on. But this is where I'm at. Uh-oh, we got a lash. Runaway lash, honey. It went away. That's the only thing about these minks is you will lose these lashes. So anyhow, I need to get them redone. I have an appointment for next week. So that's why they look spaced out and all that other kind of stuff. Today I'm going for a gold and a blue look with my big hoop earrings. I love big hoop earrings. I also have some Rihanna lip gloss. It's in the truck, and so when I get in the truck, I always put that on my way. I call myself doing edges. Don't think my edges are ate up. I actually have edges, but of course, this is a lace front, so they're braided back, but I actually got some edges, honey, so don't play. As you can see, I got edges. But this is my little hair for today. It's a wet day today, so this is me, and I got the jeans on. I got the wide leg jeans on, and I got some sandals on. Today is finals day, so I have my final today. So I'm about to go up in there, take this final, let y'all know how it went. And I also had a test Monday, so I'll be posting a video to let you guys know how both of my exams went this week. How did I do with chemistry? Because today is actually the last day. So I'm gonna catch y'all back on here on the way to class. All right. Hey. So I got my Rihanna Fenty Beauty, and I'm gonna put this on. Sorry guys, that was my alarm, and of course it cut y'all right off. I always have to have gum in my mouth to chew on. In the morning, it helps because I don't usually eat anything in the morning. So that's what I do. Now I'm headed out. What's on the radio? Oh, nothing right now. Handy dandy gum. I'm sorry, I don't want to be smacking in y'all face. I try to turn my phone a different way so that this butterfly ain't flying in y'all face like last time. But anyhow, I'm headed out, and so I'm headed. Today I will not. I feel like someone's on my mouth. Today I will not be headed to my actual class. I'll actually be at the Disability Center, which is where I'll be taking my exam today. So that's where we headed to. We'll see how this one goes. I do want to say that I was surprised because I took the unit exam, the last unit exam, I took it Monday. So yesterday, I was surprised that my instructor had already graded the unit test. So that really took me aback. I was surprised by that. Like, he graded it that quick. Yeah, So I'm anxious to see if this final grades are going to be in Friday. I wonder. So, but I will tell you, the unit test was not easy. I can tell you off back, I knew them definitions. And they were the same definitions that was on the practice test. So that's why I always do the practice test, because the practice test is basically preparing you for the actual information that's going to be on the actual test. So if you got that stuff down pat on the practice test, it'll lead you in. But the definitions, I studied them so much that they were so familiar. What wasn't familiar was definitely the formulas. And it wasn't that we're used to doing the formulas. It's just with formulas, it's you got to figure out what number you're using first in your formula equation, because if you use the wrong number first in your formula equation, you'll get the answer wrong. That just screws up your whole formula. So that part of the test was definitely challenging to me, because I'm not going to even hold you, I definitely forgot which number to use first. So not only first number, but the second number, which shame on me, because I mean, that's just something that I knew previously, backwards and forwards, right? But I think I was spending so much time trying to remember these definitions that I didn't go over my formulas again like I should have. And he had at least about 2 pages of formula equations on the test. So we'll see. Just hope I did good, you guys. That's all I can say. But what I did do to study for this one last night, I studied and I went back over, even before last night, I had went back over them formulas, and so that I could get it down pack in my mind, okay, which goes where, what number goes where. And because I already took the unit test, I really only had to focus on studying for chapter 6 and 7, because for the final, because the unit test, I already studied that stuff, or that stuff is in my brain. And like I said, what was it that I had to go back over was the formulas. I went back over the formulas because for the final, we have to know chapter 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 chapters of information. Yeah. So I don't know, folks. Like I always say, you have to stay prayed up to start with. And, oh, honey. Okay, thank you. The school bus. Baby, it's merging on every merge. And let me get around. Yeah, you have to stay prayed up, you know, and which I have been throughout this whole process. But not just, I'm not one of those kind of people who, I'm so selfish that I think, oh, I'm going to pray to God and say, help me pass this test, God. God, let me pass this test. And that's the only time I pray? No. I'm a person who I pray every single day, multiple times a day. And what I do pray about is help me to be able to retain this information and help this information to come forward. Because it's a lot of information, and help me do the best that I can do. Because I know, and I'm not in denial, I cannot remember every bit of information. You can't, because our minds don't process like that. But I just ask for whatever I can remember, you know. And when I'm studying, also, most important tip that I've learned is that what you know you're good at, lead with what you know you're good at. That's your strength. And lead with what you know you're strong at. And if you're well at that, because even though I might have not remembered my formulas, how to set them up right, not all the formulas I didn't remember, I remember those definitions. And we probably had about 2 pages of definitions, and we only had, the test was only about, what, 26 or 29 questions. So you just got to lead with what you know that you're good at, and be comfortable in that. Like you have to be comfortable in that. So that's what I'm gonna do going into today for this final. Is, you know I studied what I can study. I know what I know, and I'm just going in with a positive attitude. And a part of having a positive attitude is, I always say, looking good. If you look good, you're always going to feel good, and then you're always going to do good. So that's always my motto. So I'm not going to hold you guys. I don't know if I'm going to get back on. I know I say that all the time, but I'm definitely going to have to call y'all back, and see how I'm feeling. And as soon as the results come in, you guys know you'll be the first to know, because you are my family. And, I talk to you guys all the time. So when those results come in, you guys going to be the first to know. So, all right, I'm out. I'm actually trying to get myself something to eat. I went and got my nails done after I took my test. Yes, I look tired, because I am. And I'm going to get something to eat. And then I'm headed